So we are interested to be check on effect of origin. Effect of origin means minus a minus b like that. Okay. So that is the effect of origin. And what could be change in scale? Scale means you are dividing by c and multiplying by like some number. That is the
सर आपकी वॉइस ब्रेक हो रही है सर.
this is breaking. Now it is audible. Yes.
Yes sir.
Okay. So how we go about this? So we assume that we have a regression coefficient bxy and by, bxy and by on x, and we try to find out bx and y, bxy and byx, and you know what is the formula for bxy and byx. Okay, so let us assume u is equal to this quantity x minus a upon x minus a upon c, v will be y minus b upon c. What could be x from here? What could be x from here? It is going to be what? It is going to be simply x is equal to, yes, a plus,
UC plus A.
correct. Similarly, we can take y from here, b plus dv. Now, this is the exactly same thing we have did in the case of correlation. What is that? We have obtained x bar. You know how to obtain x bar. Just substitute the value. This will be like a plus cx cu, and when you just simplify this one, this is going to be na, and this is going to be c times summation of u. Okay, so na means na upon na is going to be simply a. Similarly here, c upon summation of u upon n. Summation of u upon n is nothing but u bar. Okay, so you will be get x bar is equal to this one. Similarly, you can get y bar is equal to b plus dv. Okay, so that is we can write similarly. We can write similarly. Similarly, you can find out x minus x bar. Take a difference of these two quantities, which is a plus this minus this. So what is the difference? This minus this. A get cancelled and c u minus u bar. So you get c u minus u. Similarly, you can get y minus y bar will be d b minus b bar. Let's find out covariance. What is the covariance formula? You know very well. Substitute this value c u minus u bar, c u minus u bar, and y minus y bar is nothing but what? D b minus b bar. So d b minus b bar, right? And if you just look at this, CD, and what is this quantity? What is this quantity? It's a covariance between u and v. So CD times covariance
U and
between,
V.
correct. Now you can find out variance because we are interested to obtain byx, and to get byx, I need covariance between xy into variance of x. So variance of x निकालना पड़ेगा. So variance of x according to formula, you know the formula. Substitute this value, get simplified, c square can out, and this will be become variance of u only. This is the formula for summation u bar the whole square upon nothing but what? It's a variance of u. So variance of x we got c square into variance of u. Similarly, variance of y will be d square into variance of b. Now substitute in the b d yx. What is the formula? Covariance between xy and variance of x. Substitute this value will be here and divided by, if you get simplify, you will get d upon c into, what is this? Covariance uv upon variance of u. What is this? This is nothing but regression coefficient between v and u, or I can say regression coefficient v on v. Okay. So it is something like we have x and y the regression coefficient will be Vyx. So similarly, we have U and V. So whenever it is saying Y means first one this, so similarly we'll get B, VU. So we got. Similarly, if you have XY, then you will be get UV. You can see. So what is actually change? What is actually change? What you can understand? There is no A and B term. There is no A and B term. Means that regression coefficients are not affected by shift of origin. It is not affected by shift of origin, but but affected by change in scale. And what is the scale? Bxy is equal to E upon C into regression coefficient V on. So this is the concepts we have to always take. Any question? Any question? So we can go ahead with the uh, some questions. Let's like some problem based on that. See, there are general questions which is basically asked in your MCQ type of question. Maybe like that, like this. So example number क्या था अभी? Example number we did I think third. Let's do example number 4. Example number. What usually basic question? It's very basic question. I will tell you. For example, you know that the correlation. It's a correlation between x and y. I will be say r x and y. Let's say minus 0.5. Okay. Correlation between x and y is this. So what could be correlation between 2x plus 3 and 3x plus 4? What could be that? Can anyone tell me what could be correlation between this? This is why. Yes, anyone tell me? Who can tell me correlation between?
2 into 3, 2 into 3 variance of xy.
So is it minus 0.5?
No, sir.
Why?
Correlation, sir. Yes, sir. Correlation direction.
Because we have a standard result that when I do any transformation which is change in scale or change in origin, correlation doesn't affect. तो जो भी correlation आपका -0.5 रहेगा वो -0.5 ही आएगा. How to prove this? You can apply simple logic. What is that formula? It's a covariance between 2x plus 3, comma 3y plus 4 divided by variance of 2x plus 3 into variance of 3y plus 4 in square root. But what is the covariance between these two? It's a 2 into 3 into covariance between x, y. Upon what is the variance of this? It's a variance of, or I can say, if you take it out 2, it's become 4.
And
Yes.
root 3
Root
square
of,
into variance of y.
yes, correct. 9 into variance of y. So this is nothing but what? 2 into 3, which is 6, upon root of 2 become 2 and root of 9 become 3 into covariance between x and y upon variance of x into variance of y. And you can understand this is get cancelled. We are left with the covariance between this quantity and this is nothing but what? -0.
Correlation between x and y.
Yes. So that's why correlation doesn't affect when you do the change of origin and scale. But what could be correlation between 3 minus 2x plus 4 minus 3y? What could be this one? Or simply if I say plus this one, then what could be this one? So you have to think logically. We have to think logically. Remember always, this sign will be get changed. So it will be minus correlation between x and y. Therefore, it is going to be 0. When you do this all like using this method, आपको आंसर क्या मिलेगा यहाँ पे? Correlation between minus sign with the correlation between x and y. Remember, minus. Why it is minus? See what I did here. I have taken this 2 and 3 out, which was my covariance. Similarly, here I have to take minus 2 and 3 out, which is minus 6. And that 6 will get cancelled with this 6, so minus will be remain. So if minus will be remain and the correlation is like 0.5, it's become plus. Are you getting me? What is the like logic behind this? And this is the logic students get fail into that. Okay. So try to understand how this particular uh, correlation works. Okay. Now, similarly, you can work for the regression coefficients and so on. Okay. So this is your example number 4 and 5. Let's take example number 6. Example. Okay. So I'm just trying to use that. Let's take this one. Okay. This is my question. This is my question. Understand. Understand, students, first. What is given to you? Now, so far, what we have seen, we have given data like these data, maybe the bivariate data, maybe the uh, simple data like x and y like that, right? And we know how to obtain this equation. How to obtain this equation. Now we'll go to the reverse. We'll go to the reverse way. We will have given the regression equation, right? We will have given a regression equation, and now based on that, we will try to find out regression coefficient, correlation coefficient, mean of x and y, and standard deviation of y when standard deviation of x is given, like that, and so on. Means you have to go to reverse now. You have to go to the reverse. So how to do? So these type of problems, it is going to be asked in your MCQ type of questions in your internal examination. Usually, I'll just give these type of problems, so you can practice it. Okay, you can practice it. See, this problem you can just do it in like in 1 or 2 minutes. Looking as a problem itself. Looking as a problem itself. You need to identify the understand. You need to understand the concepts. Okay, how to do it? How to do it? Please look at the screen. Everyone, please look at the screen. Don't look here and there. Look at the screen. See, I'm trying to solve this equation. Understand the first question. What the question? Regression equation x on y. Again, if the regression equation x on y is given by, what is that? 8x plus 5y is equal to 150. What is given? X on y. X on y. So whenever it is x on y, you keep x will be left hand side and put everything will be right hand side. 150 minus 5y, right? Because if you take this will be right hand side, it's minus 5, and we won't write in terms of x only. 8 will be there. So
upon it.
yes, so divide by 8, divide by. Have you understood? Go to chat box and write down. Go to chat box and write down. Have you understood or not? Because we are interested on x on y, so we have written x will be left hand side and put everything will be right hand side, and this will give us regression coefficient x on y, which usually we say bxy, which is comes out to be minus 5 by 8. Please let me know if we have any question. Go to chat box and write down whether you are understand how to get the regression equation x on y. If you understand, type y in chat box. Only few y. I want more y. Yes, yes, very nice, very nice. Okay, okay. Now, what you have to do? What you have to do? Good, good, good. Similarly, now we go to the regression equation y on x and try to obtain the by on x. Okay, so write down. Similarly, the regression equation y on x is given by now anyone can be tell me within a two like 1 minute what could be the vyx. Anyone, he can tell immediately what could be my even nothing
minus
to
0.1.
yes. So you can understand how it is very simple to get it done. Okay. So we will have this equation, which is this one. So I am interested to get y because y on x. So y को यहाँ पे रखेंगे and 200 minus x divide by 10 divide by 10. So this will give us regression equation or regression coefficient y on x, which will be vyx minus 0.1. Now, students try to understand. Try to understand. Think of, just think. Just think if in this problem, if you do not have given x on y and simply they have written, for example, regression equation is this and this, then how do you know whether it is x on y and y on x? Getting my point? See, in this problem, they have mentioned like y on x, like x on y and y on x is this equation. You know, you can identify the equation. But imagine, just imagine, if it is not mentioned, then what do you do in that situation? So, so in that case, the problem which you will take to 2 minutes to solve, it will take 3 minutes to solve. That's only difference I can identify from the problem. And that is what? That is what? You assume, you always assume that this equation is x on y and this equation is y on x and obtained correlation. If correlation lies between minus 1 to 1, that means you are right. But if it is not lies, that means that we have to change that equation. You have to be change that equation. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Go to chat box and write down whether you can understand me or not. Can you understand me or not? What I'm trying to ask you this question is a very simple question. अभी तुमको मालूम है कि x on y और y और x का इक्वेशन मेरा ये है. But if you don't know, then what? दो ऑप्शन है. We have to assume either one equation x on y, and if you assume one equation x on y, तो automatically दूसरा equation क्या होगा? Y on x. But how do we know whether it is right or wrong? We need to find out the correlation. And if correlation comes out to be between -1 to +1, that means you are right. And if it is not coming right, then you have to do the reciprocal. But this you have to all assume and imagine. No need to write anything. No need to write anything. So that type of problem also we will see in this session. Okay. So just let me cover this first. So now I'll come to the part 1. What is part 1? That is your, I think I have already covered. This is your part 1 only, which is nothing but regression coefficient. No, you can understand. You can understand. We have mentioned regression coefficients. We have mentioned, okay. May I audible to all? Can you hear me? Go to chat box and I don't. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you just look at the problem, they are mentioning regression coefficients. S means that we need to obtain both. We need to obtain both. अभी क्या हो गया, एक बार एग्जाम में ऐसा एक बच्चा मेरे को आ गया, बोलता है सर आपने बी एक्स वाई और बी वाई एक्स पूछा किधर है, मुझे वो बताओ. He was from BCom background, because in BCom also they have a, I was taking that regression part, linear regression. So he asked me like very loudly, sir, where did you ask this regression coefficient, like byx and b? How do we know that? And how do we identify whether you have to obtain bxy and byx? I asked, suddenly I shocked, like what he is asking. Then I replied, but this is regression coefficients. It is mentioned S. So whenever it is mentioned S, that means you need to obtain both. You need to obtain bxy and you need to obtain by. And later on, I asked him, have you attended any lecture of mine? Because I didn't see you throughout my this semester. So he was just giving me like very big issue. I have these, I have that, I have the, okay. Then I ask you, do you have any other question? He's saying, no sir, thank you. Well, welcome. Go ahead. See, there are such students. There are such students. Are you getting my point? So you must read this properly. It is a regression coefficient, not simply regression coefficient. If it is 1, then you need to obtain any one, but S. So you have to obtain both. Okay, let's go ahead. Go to second part. Second part, they are saying it is a correlation coefficient. What's the correlation coefficient? Make sure that it is the correlation coefficient, not coefficient of correlation. Okay, coefficient correlation. So which is R, which is nothing but plus minus square root of bxy into byx. What was that? What will be that? Now, whether you have to consider plus and minus, how do we decide?
Sir, both are negative, then negative होगा.
Yes, based on sign of bxy and byx. Just look at here. Both value is negative. So you take negative here. If both value will be positive, you take positive here. Now someone can ask me, if one is negative and one will be positive, then what we do? In your mind automatically
ऐसा नहीं
comes this.
आएगा ना।
Yes. So ऐसा questions नहीं होता है, ऐसा नहीं होता है, because one is not going to be positive, one going is not going to. Suppose it happens. Suppose it happens. तो क्या करोगे बोलो मुझे? Tell me, what are you going to do that? तो क्या होता है उसमें, कभी कभी अगर ऐसा हो जाता है ना, डोंट वरी अबाउट, डोंट वरी अबाउट, यू टेक एनी वन पॉजिटिव, यू टेक एनी वन नेगेटिव, ओके? मतलब either you take positive entire thing or either you can take negative entire, then I can do the procedure, no problem at all. It is a minor mistakes with the plus and minus sign, okay? Intentionally it is not they want to write either plus or minus, but by mistake it is written plus or minus, okay, because of its own mathematical expression. Okay, so don't worry about that. You can keep it plus or you can keep it minus, okay, no problem at all. So the based on these coefficients we need to decide the value of plus and minus, and once you get this, you can just calculate using the formula and you may get the answer for the same. What could be that answer? Can anyone tell me how it is? How much? Is it minus 0.25? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Good. Very nice. So what you can conclude? What you can conclude? There is weak relationship, weak inverse relationship between x and y. See, ऐसी टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपके इंटरनल में और एमसीक्यू टाइप जो क्वेश्चंस मैंने सेट किया है, ऐसे टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछेंगे. ये प्रैक्टिस इट. इट्स वेरी सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल. Okay, if this value is this, what could be conclusion? Because it is lies between 0 to minus 0.02 minus 0.3, that's why it is a weak relation, weak inverse relation. Okay, try to conclude it, try to conclude. So conclusion is very important, very important. Okay, okay. Can we go ahead now? Mean of x and y, mean of x and y. Now see, can you understand this one? What I'm trying to say. This is the two equation I have. Yeah, one will be this and one will be this. Okay. What I have written here, according to the result, the point x bar y bar lies on the both regression line. That result we have, that property we have seen. So wherever you have this equation, x you replace by x bar and wherever y you replace by y bar. And you solve this simultaneously and get the value of x bar, y bar. What could be x bar? What could be y bar? Solve simultaneously. I hope everybody knows how to solve this problem. Everybody knows manually as well as using calculator. Okay. So manually, you multiply this equation by 8 and subtract this minus this, you will be get like x bar y bar, which maybe comes out to be, I think it's 19 point something. Please work out. It's very simple, very simple. And this will be 6.6667. Please work out. Yes. Did you get X bar, Y bar? Go to chat box and write down Y. Go to chat box and write down Y if you get the value of X bar, Y bar. Only one Y I got it. 2Y, 3Y. Okay. 4Y. Do it. Do it. Good. 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 How much time you have taken to simplify this? Almost 3 minutes, I will say. Almost 3 minutes. I will tell you to get the value of X bar, Y bar within 30 seconds using calculator. Using calculator. 30 seconds, can you believe this? Get the value of X bar, Y bar. Let's see. Go to mode option and search for equation. Search for equation. And please cooperate me because I don't have the calculator right now with me, which you are using. So if anyone can tell me what are the options you are getting, so I can explain better way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once you search for the equation, what are the options you are getting?
The first option, ANX plus BNY is equals to CN
Okay, ax plus by plus cn
is equals to CN.
is equals to c1 cn. Okay, okay,
Second, AX plus BY plus CN is equals to DN.
पहला ही ऑप्शन देगा ना
exactly.
उसी
I'm
से
just
आया ये आंसर
yes. So can you look at this expression? Is it something like this matching? Is it matching? Can you try to understand? कि कौन सा form है ये? Is this form?
कोएफिशिएंट का वैल्यू डालने का है
Yes. So if you just look at this form is matching with this form. अब ध्यान से देखोगे A और B और C का वैल्यू आपको 8, 5, 150 ऐसा दिया. तो क्या करना है? Whatever the equations you are getting ax plus by plus c के form में, press that appropriate number. Press it number and then press coefficient. 8 equal sign, 5 equal sign, 150 equal sign. So one equation हो जाएगा. Again you will be get A, B, C, which is 1, 10, 200. So 6 time you have to press equal. And when you press 7 time equal sign, you will be get X bar. And when you press 8 time, you will be get Y bar. Check it out. Check it out and tell me whether you are comfortable to get the value of X bar Y bar or not.
Yes, sir, Mila.
Everybody got it. Go to chat box and write down Y. And if not, you write N. No problem. Let me know how many are got this answer using calculator within 30 seconds. Even 30 seconds will not take. It will be less than 30 seconds. Only 7 response I got so far. What about others? Good. 8, 9. Okay, maximum 15 seconds Mr. Jisra has written. Very good. Very good. So can you understand? This type of problem will be expected in your internal examination and maybe the type of such example I have given in your MCQ. Okay, so you can just understand what type of questions can be asked in your examination. Because as a statistician, you can predict, you can estimate whether this question can be asked in your examination. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. What is third part? What is next part? So this we finish. So the mean of x and y is nothing but your x bar y bar. Okay. What is next one? Standard deviation of x if standard deviation of y when standard deviation of x is 3. Okay. So the fourth one is We need to obtain sigma y and sigma x is 3. Now I can use any equation. Either I can use byx. Now if you look at sigma x is given now. So better you can use sigma x expression, which is nothing but, what is the formula? Anyone? It's a, do you remember? Anyone remember?
Sigma x,
Huh?
under root sigma,
It's r times sigma.
under root summation x minus x mean the whole square divided by n.
Okay. But I'm not going to use that value. I'm going to use this.
Yes,
How? From where did you get this? क्या फॉर्मूला है तुम्हारा कोवेरियंस बी वाई एक्स का? क्या फॉर्मूला होता है? यूजुअल फॉर्मूला कोवेरियंस बिटवीन एक्स एंड वाई अपॉन सिग्मा वेरियंस ऑफ एक्स, राइट? ये फॉर्मूला. बट व्हाट इज योर कोवेरियंस का फॉर्मूला? डू यू रिमेंबर? इट्स r टाइम सिग्मा x into sigma y अपॉन वेरियंस ऑफ x which is sigma x square. तो क्या मिल गया तुमको? ये कैंसिल हो गया. क्या मिल गया? r times sigma y. So this is a simplified form. And okay, can you understand or not? Let me know. So r ka value you have minus 0.25. Sigma y you don't know. Just give me 1 minute. I will. I hope everybody joined with their name. Okay, please join with your name with proper your roll number because it is recorded. Okay, it is on recorded. So connect with roll number always. So I can't use covariance ka formula in this situation. Why? Because I don't have the covariance ka value. I need to use correlation ka value. Okay, so that's why I need to use this. Covariance is nothing but what? R times sigma x into sigma. Because I know R is what? Covariance upon sigma x into sigma. So covariance becomes this into this. Simplify, you'll get this one. And sigma x you don't know. Sigma x you know 3. By x is already you're knowing. What is that? It is this one, minus 0.1. Minus 0. So if you get simplify this, you may get sigma y become, is it 1.2? Is it 1.2? Please check it and let me know. Simplify it and let me know whether it is coming same or not. Yes, what the same answer? Got the same answer, everybody? Yes. So Vishali Pandey got the same answer. Nisha. Then I want more response. I want more response. So you need to be understand this formula is going to be. Okay, so you can either use this one, or you can use bxy, which is r times sigma x upon sigma y. I hope you're knowing when we write byx means x is given to you, na? So we write variance of x. So similarly, यहाँ पर भी लिखने का r times sigma x upon sigma y upon sigma x, because x is given ना, तो sigma x लेने का कभी भी. Similarly, b xy है तो y is given, you take sigma y. So r times sigma x upon sigma. So please remember these two formula. One will be this and one will be this. And with this, we have finished this question. Now, what you have to do? What you have to do? You have to be, look at that question. Look at this practical question.